Hi guys and gals, I'm Pete Hilke and welcome to At The Net, your podcast for all news, results and transfers and everything else from the EPL. Well, g'day guys, I'm Pete Hilke and welcome to At The Net for this week's EPL news, results, everything that you need to know about the EPL. But guess what? The 2021 season started out this weekend with a huge bang. It went off. Arsenal, Leicester. Great wins. Everton beat Tottenham. Left Jose Mourinho absolutely furious. He was not happy with his players. Even got to the extent where he called them lazy. I tell you what, if you see his press conference, go and have a look. One unhappy chap, especially, you know what Jose's like. He's got a temper and he let it go. Hey, it finished off Chelsea. They beat Brighton. But I tell you what, after spending over £200 million, they want to do good, but they did. They got the start that they wanted. Timo Werner, well, we'll talk about him in just a moment. All right, guys, so let's get on. Have a look at the results for this week. Where did your team end up? All right, firstly, Arsenal, Fulham. Look, it was 3-0. Fulham weren't expected to do a lot. Arsenal were expected. Gabriel, look, he had an absolutely fantastic game. It was a great welcome to Arsenal. Liverpool and Leeds. It was game of the round for me, was Liverpool and Leeds. It ended up 4-3. But I tell you what, it's not about Liverpool winning. It's about Leeds, the heart that these guys had. It was phenomenal. They came from the Championship up to the Premier League. They got promoted. Their first game of the 2021 season in the Premier League is against the reigning Premiership champions, Liverpool. And guess what? 4-3. Phenomenal stuff. Really, really fantastic stuff. But when you think about it, Liverpool, 22 shots. Only 6 of those were actually on the goal. And it was quite amazing, actually. So it just shows that the defense of Liverpool, look, they played defensively, they played well to an extent, but then to let Leeds in with 3 goals, yeah. Anyway, but look, Leeds defence, they played well as can be. 4-3, what an absolute cracking game. Anyway, Leicester 3, West Brom 0. Wolves 2, Sheffield United 2. I actually said that one would probably go 1-0, but anyway, but they won 2-0, so got that one. The game I did not pick correctly. Crystal Palace beat Southampton 1-0. Newcastle 2, West Ham 0. Everton 1, Tottenham 0. Chelsea 3 and Brighton finished off round 1 with a 3-1 victory. So let's just break it down. Have a bit of a look. Don't forget Manchester United, Manchester City. They were to play Aston Villa and Burnley as well, both those teams. So none of those 4 teams actually played over the weekend. They will be playing next weekend. I'll get to that very, very soon. All right, guys. Now, goal of the round. Goal of the round. This is absolutely amazing. After sitting back, watching the games over the weekend, it really there is some really great strikes, brilliant headers. But I've picked 3 goals that were absolutely phenomenal from the weekend. Firstly, Leeds United, Jack Harrison, just outside the box, an absolute cracker to put, and it just really brought Leeds and Liverpool at 1-1. Great goal by Jack Harrison. The second goal by Mo Salah. His first one was off a penalty. His second goal was an absolute cracker, a real classic Mo Salah goal. Fantastic. My third goal that we're going to choose from is from this morning's game, Chelsea and Brighton. Reece James, outside the box. I tell you, this was one of those goals where I do not believe there would be a goalkeeper in the world that would have taken this one, because the power behind it was absolutely whole. It was mind-blowing. So, looking at those 3 goals of the week, what I'm going to do, the winner for this week is actually Reece James of Chelsea. That was an actually cracking goal. I am going to also put that up on the Facebook page at The Net, so you can actually have a look at that goal. It was absolutely phenomenal. Mo Salah, got a hat-trick. Great way to start off the Premier League season. Don't forget, 2 of those goals actually came from penalties anyway. But, however, doesn't matter. He's still got a hat-trick for the day. James Vardy absolutely played fantastic for Leicester, and he scored 2 goals. So, once again, as we know, James Vardy, he won the Golden Boot last year. Can he do it again this year? Where else are they going to come from? All right, guys. So let's just move on right here. So I'm going to have a bit of a look at the moment at what is coming up next weekend. But first up, guys, got a little bit of news. Gareth Bale. Look, there's at the moment the rumours out there. Gareth Bale will be leaving Real Madrid probably in the next couple of weeks, because don't forget, they've only got until October the 5th to get any business done, especially when it comes to transfers. He will leave. Where is he going to end up? Well, the rumours are flying out there. It's either going to be Manchester United or it will be Tottenham. For any Manchester United fans that think Sancho will go to Man United, you are dreaming. Shut the door. It's a big cross on that one, folks. Look, there is not a chance in Buckley's that Borussia Dortmund will let Jadon Sancho go. He's 20-year-old, absolutely dynamic. He's full on. This is what you want. With Grealish there, also with Jadon Sancho. Hey, I tell you what, they are a formidable team down there at Borussia Dortmund. Let it go. The alternative for Manchester United is Gareth Bale. Look, can they get it across the line? Or will Jose Mourinho come in there and go, listen, why don't you come back to Tottenham? Because he went from Tottenham across to Real Madrid. Okay. Well, some other news came out. This is actually really interesting because, as we know, new season. So who are the 2 managers that are at the top that may be sacked? I know this is the first game. But there's always that time when you look at who are the managers that, well, they're not that stable. Are they going to be there for the whole season? Well, I've got a couple. David Moyes, I wouldn't be surprised. He will be one. But the other one is Jose Mourinho. How long will he be at Tottenham this year? Because if he keeps acting like he did after the game against Everton, after their loss, God knows. It probably may not be long at all. But that's what they're saying. Look, Jurgen Klopp, he's actually come out and said, look, Man U, over the next few years, they probably will get up and win a title. But it's not going to happen at the moment. It's a 2-horse race between Manchester City and Liverpool. That is what I see right now. Is there anyone going to get close? If anybody, it could be Chelsea. Who knows? Because when you look at the money that from Kai Havertz, you got Timo Werner. Now, Timo Werner had a great game over the weekend up against Brighton. And the wonderful part about it is his words after the game were priceless, because he said he didn't realize that the defenders in the EPL were so tall. Absolutely hilarious. But the actual flow of the game's a lot slower to what he's used to. So his response to that was he'll be able to run down that left-hand wing and actually will give him more space to actually play with the ball, which is absolutely fantastic. Right. Now, if we actually keep looking at what happened over the weekend, Everton. James Rodriguez came across from Real Madrid over to Everton. He played an absolutely fantastic game. His passing over the weekend, if I'm correct, the stats actually said that his passing accuracy was 86%. That is fantastic. And they had that 1-0 win over Tottenham. So that is a really great addition to the Everton Football Club. Right. So James Vardy, this guy, he is absolutely fantastic. What he's doing for Leicester at the moment is absolute brilliance. Look, I'm a big fan of James Vardy. He's a goal scorer. That's why he wins the Golden Boot. He is a great goal scorer. But let's move on. Have a look what's coming up next week, because it's only getting bigger and brighter. All right, guys. Well, this weekend coming up, so we know where we're at the moment. I'm not even going to discuss the table because it's only been one game and not everybody has actually played. But let's look into match day 2 out of 38. Okay, Everton up against West Brom. Everton will win this one. Mark my words on that one. Leeds and playing at Fulham. I reckon Leeds will actually win this one. I'm going 2-0. I think Leeds will actually quite comfortably do that 2-0. Manchester United, Crystal Palace. Look, the last time Manchester United played against Crystal Palace, United won 2-0 on that one. Both Rashford and Martial both scored. I reckon they'll do it again. I'm actually going Man United 3 this time, Crystal Palace 0. Arsenal, West Ham. I expect another Arsenal victory here. Southampton and Tottenham. I think Tottenham will actually come back here. Jose Mourinho, if they were to lose this one, Jose will just absolutely lose it massively. There's no doubt about that one. Newcastle, Brighton. Well, I'm expecting Newcastle to actually beat Brighton there. I'm going to go for 1-0. Chelsea, Liverpool. This is the game of the round for me. I think Liverpool got a bit of a scare from Leeds up against Chelsea. If their players are starting to gel and really come together, this is going to be an absolute cracking game. I'm going for an upset here. I'm going 3-2 to Chelsea. All right, guys, so let's move on. Leicester, Burnley. Leicester will win this one 2-0. Aston Villa and Sheffield United. I reckon this will be a 1-1 draw. That's what I'm predicting here. And then the game of the games as well. Wolves, Manchester City. I think Manchester City will stamp some authority. I'm going for 4-0 victory, Man City over Wolves. All right, guys, so there it is. It's been crazy, topsy-turvy. It's been happening. The EPL is here. We're having fun. We're sitting back. Who's going to win it? Is it going to be Man City? Is it going to be Liverpool? Is your team actually going to finish in the top 4? Or are you just going to be happy with a Europa position for 5th or 6th? What do you want? Hey, I'm Peter Hockey. You've been listening to At the Net. You've been watching. You've been having some fun. I'm going to put some of the videos up from last weekend. Have a bit of fun, guys. And remember, if you follow, whoever you follow, get in touch with me. And don't forget, jump across. Hey, I've got some special news for you, but that's going to come up next week. I'm Pete. I'll speak to you soon, guys.